2012. Politically and economically, the United States of America is failing. The population is sharply torn on many key issues, and the economic state is dismal. Congress hasn't passed a budget in years, and government spending is at an all-time high. Despite this, the Fed is printing money at record rates, which means inflation is imminent. Unemployment is soaring, dependence on welfare programs have skyrocketed, and the Affordable Care Act is significantly surpassing previous cost estimates. Barack Obama has been re-elected to a second term by a narrow margin of 2%. Despite the Benghazi scandal, his lack of support on energy exploration, and his aggressive stance on gun control, President Obama is able to energize the country and move forward. 2016. The state of the Union has deteriorated further. Broken promises, numerous scandals, and continued corruption in both major political parties have forced the rise of a new party. The Unionist Party emerges as a compromise between Republican and Democratic beliefs. Liberals and conservatives put aside social issues to join together with a plan to restore America to its previous elite rank. John Jackson is selected to run for president on behalf of the Unionist Party. The addition of a major third-party candidate significantly drains the votes of Republicans and Democrats, greatly reducing their support at the polls. This intrusion generates just enough of a push for Jackson to barely defeat both establishment candidates and take office as the first ever third-party candidate. 2017. Despite his catchphrases such as "going the distance" and "restore America," the citizens who elected President Jackson are quick to criticize his slow progress. His constituents demand change they can see and progress that will directly improve their quality of life. President Jackson begins working with Congress to pass laws that reduce federal welfare and unemployment benefits in an effort to stimulate the economy by reducing dependence on the government. However, these changes do not improve the economy or unemployment rates. Now there is a large portion of Americans who are unable to earn an income and face decreased assistance from the government. An already struggling healthcare system has been hit hard by the Affordable Health Care Act. The quality of care is greatly reduced due to decreased funding and medical advancement from private industry. In an effort to combat deficits, which remain at an all-time high in spite of cuts to entitlement programs and military spending, President Jackson proposes the Investing in America bill that implements a federal state income tax. This new proposal requires all 50 states to implement a minimum flat tax of 19% on their citizens. Each state must then relinquish 60% of those taxes collected to the federal government. These taxes are to be collected in conjunction with current federal income tax. Texas. The citizens of Texas are outraged by the possibility of a state income tax and protest in the streets for weeks. Newly elected Governor George Altman sends a request to the Texas State Senate to draft a secession bill in the event that the Investing in America bill is approved. The Texas secession bill, known as Proposition 14, reinstates Texas's right to return to a sovereign nation, a right that was reserved in 1836 when Texas joined the United States. The bill generates major support from Texans and moves through Austin quickly. An emergency vote is brought to the people of Texas, who overwhelmingly vote in favor of the proposition. President Jackson, convinced this is a publicity stunt, pushes ahead. In April of 2017, the Investing in America bill is signed into law. All states are required to start collecting state income taxes in 2019. On May 2nd, 2017, Governor George Altman holds a press conference announcing the secession of Texas and the reformation of the Republic of Texas. In his speech, the new Republic of Texas president orders the grounding of all air traffic and issues a no-fly zone for the entire state. The Texas Guard is positioned along all Texas-U.S. borders. President Altman announces that no one will be permitted into the new republic without proof of residency. All non-supporters may leave any time without consequence. President Jackson views the secession as an act of war and seeks military intervention from Congress. Upon approval, Jackson orders the United States Coast Guard to take control of all major Texas ports. Texas sustains its first casualties while defending these ports. Several states, shocked by the actions of the U.S. president, start sending supplies and troops to support Texas. Oklahoma drafts its own secession bill and joins the Republic of Texas. The United States Coast Guard and Navy commandeer several ports in southern Louisiana. Civil unrest grows among the people of Louisiana, and riots break out across the state. President Jackson declares martial law over the entire state and orders more troops to subdue the angry citizens. This new domestic conflict, coupled with drastic military cuts over the last 9 years, leave President Jackson no choice but to recall all U.S. military forces from around the world to initiate Operation Imposing Law. Major U.S. military outposts are established in Nebraska, Arkansas, Colorado, and New Mexico. Soon, the governors of Louisiana and Kansas draw up individual articles of secession and negotiate incorporation with the Republic of Texas. President Altman and the governors of Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Kansas meet with their top military officials to discuss strategy. These leaders decide that the seizure and control of U.S. Highway 80, which provides a major transportation and supply route through Nebraska, would temporarily cripple U.S. military operations. This action would allow the Republic of Texas to establish a strong defensive position. The Republic of Texas militia forcefully gains control of U.S. Highway 80 and then the entire state of Nebraska. In response to losing Nebraska and their major supply route, the United States launches an all-out military assault against the Republic of Texas militiamen occupying the state. The raid effectively levels the state and kills the most U.S. civilians in modern history. Support for the victims pours in from all over the country. Fear fuels the discussion of secession in every town hall meeting throughout Middle America. Arkansas, home to another major U.S. military outpost, throws their support behind the Republic of Texas. The state officials are silenced with military force as the Capitol building is shut down. The citizens of Arkansas are placed on house arrest pending the arrival of more U.S. troops. Despite the strong reaction from the U.S. and Arkansas, North and South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and Missouri all begin to defy the U.S. in support of the Republic of Texas. With the majority of the nation's agriculture trapped in the middle of a war zone, shortages of food and other supplies begin to affect Americans all over the country. With Texas in control of the nation's largest oil reserve, gas prices skyrocket. President Jackson begins negotiations with the Middle East in an effort to reduce gas prices and provide relief to the American people. Originally thought to be the underdogs, the people of the new Republic of Texas are now thought to be selfish, stubborn, and unwilling to help their fellow Americans. Support flows in from all over the world, and Canadian troops help transport American supplies through their country in order to bypass the Republic of Texas sympathizers occupying the central states of the country. President Jackson addresses the nation from the White House, calling on every remaining American to dig deep and pull together.
Abraham Lincoln didn't let this country fall apart, and neither will I.
A renewed sense of patriotism sweeps across the remaining U.S. Thousands of new recruits show up ready to restore order to their once great country. The U.S. General orders every available soldier to the Texas-Arkansas border for the largest strike on Texas soil since the Mexican-American War. What will the outcome be? Will the United States restore order to the rebellious Republic of Texas militia? Will the Republic of Texas stand up to the oppressive tyranny? Fight for your side. Operation Imposing Law